Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham at the Bird at your service. Now we're going to be talking about this seriously because I'm doing this two podcasts every day because I want you to be kept up to date. To a point, obviously. Obviously, the return of the Hats is going to be a very difficult route, and I must admit, take it easy, take it understanding. Yes, we're going to be talking about the experimental engines. Now, we're going to be talking about them because they're part of the journey beyond Sodor, now which is where it's based from, right? We all knew these experimental engines are real, live people, right? Which I cannot name. I can give out Lexi, Hurricane, Theo, and the others that are involved in that movie, and they are screwed up in their heads because they don't know what the fuck else is going on. Excuse my French if it's actually truth. It's logic, it's fact, and all that, right? By now, they should be leaving me alone to a total degree and let it play out all the way through until my family comes into the play and get into the fold. Right? These experimental engines are called Lexi, Hurricane, and Theo, which is true, the three main ones, obviously. Then I got rid of Theo because I know it was a family member, so now it's down to two. Then you got Merlin on top, makes four. And I said, look, Merlin, look, he comes and goes, right? Lexi, on the other hand, who comes in, rings me up constantly like a record, saying, I'd like to book an appointment with you. I'd like to book an appointment with you. I said, back off. You know, I'm sorry, right? And she is a pain in the ass, don't get me wrong, but the experimental engines are basically there to bloody gain information they want, right? I get that. These experimental engines are bloody real as you and I, right? Me or anybody else around this bloody island that I know, right? A lot of people don't realise they're trying to hold me back by doing the unnecessary action. They're fucking up their lives. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. People don't like this. Experimental engines are real. Yes, they are. Grow up. I'm not just snapping my fingers just like a magic trick. It's already been happened and gone there enough. I only got one left to deal with, and I'm just going to put her in her place. I said, don't intervene with my bloody life, because I don't own you. Right? The experimental engines are basically running the NSFT and the NHS. Right? Once you throw those out, right, they don't know what they're doing. Right? One of them is like saying, yeah, I want to see you, I want to talk to you, I want that. I said, you get the same information all the time. Right? A lot of people just won't leave me alone until the truth really reveals itself naturally, which it's had. Why? They still won't leave me alone because they want to talk until their money talks. Right? The next, the next thing on your list is like saying the experimental engines won't leave you alone until they've got what they want. Right? It's not a need for them. It's just fucking written material on paperwork and computer work, or you know what I mean. It's like a bullshit talk. Right? BS talk I don't like. Right? I get that people are trying to help me, guide me, support me everywhere they go, but I'm running out of options. Right? I already found my wife, so that's out of the way, and my distant cousin at the same time. So leave me and her alone. Right? The experimental engines do exist as human beings, but they don't realise it because they can't put the pieces together because they're working too hard. Right? Then they go tonight and they screw up. Right? To them, they think it's all like hissy hissy. I said, no, it isn't. Just watch it as it unfolds because it will screw them up. They will lose money and they will die because the last thing on their list, they will die. They will die out because they didn't play their cut. What they've done is they've done the wrong. They've done the move. They've done the wrong move. Why? Because they're picking on me for obvious reasons. Right? They rang me up. They've done everything they wanted for 3 years. They got the information they needed. Now back off. I'm not blaming everybody sharing the Chroma or West London. No, 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 no. Because Knapford, Crosby, and Wellsworth. Wake up! These experimental engines are very dangerous to all of us, to a certain level. Right? When they target you, you're going to ask me for help all the time. Because they NSFT. Right? When you realise that, what, shit, crap, boom, boom, I can't even allow them in my safeguard areas anymore. Because they don't be owned by me. They've just been a nosy parkers passing information to everybody. Right? One day, those experimental agents could be passing information to the diesel team. Right? I'm trying to cut them out, saying, you're out, you're gone. Right? Because when I look up information, they don't belong to me. They're not owned by me. So what are they doing? They're ringing me up for appointments, they're booking me, they're asking me for information, and I can't always give it to them on a plate. They're not allowed to have that information. They're not allowed that details. It's true story, yes. It's facts, it's truth, it's logic. They've been doing it for 3 fucking years. That's the journey beyond Sodor. Right? Realistically, it's all true. Yes. I got James out of sticky situation. That's number one as well. Plus, I got myself out of that sticky situation. The steelworks is the assholes, the NHS. So that's all facts. But you just have to unravel it in your anagram in your head. It's there in black and white. I'm just giving you the real life event of it. Why? Yes, of course I want to break out. Because I was kicking the door down and it was on security camera. Grow up! Because it's not a joke. I did cry. I did get upset. I was pissed off. Because they put the fat man in as well as Thomas the Tank. Right? If they kept me in that mental hospital as example, right, they will lose, all of us lose everything. The experimental engines will end up fucking me up on top, and then the cherry on the cake, NHS wins, and then Island Swan Song goes fucked up. Fucking all of our lives up. Then everybody will moan. Right? I don't need it. And nor should you. Return Sodor, the journey beyond Sodor is real. Because it's happened in front of your eyes, ears, and it's on security cameras. Grow up. But while you lot are all drinking and all that, not thinking straight, always have a cup of coffee and tea for this. Because I always tell you, I'll always be honest with you. In sharing them, West London, Chroma, you're all getting this information very quickly. Right? In Norwich, they have to think straight up here. It's not a game, it's not a race, it's not a chase. It's just sorting these problems out before it gets escalated. This is why my grandfather, Henry Cooper, didn't like hospitals. This is the why. He safeguarded my mother. Right? Then I got the boom boom and I ended up doing the same procedure as all my grandfathers put together. And even my great uncle. Now, I'm going to give you the real identities to all these three experimental engines, and they won't run for the hills for this. Lexi is Joe Newman. Hurricane is Graham. Right? And then it adds up with my own cousin Milo, who's Theo. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's reality. It's facts. It's logic. It's not running for the hills anymore. These experimental engines are dangerous. It doesn't matter if you're running left, right, or centre. It's all realistic. When you all want something bad enough, you're getting it, but it's taking time. We're not running for the hills anymore. It's all true, it's all facts, it's all logic. If you really want to mess around with people's lives, the experimental engines will have caused the Iron Swan song to continue. So, well, that's all happening, all in truth, and it's all really is in truth. And I said, it's all about fact and truth. So end of the day, you're gonna end up with a firework. You're gonna have display work saying, shit, these experimental engines are bloody real. I said they are bloody real. Why? I catch them, I bag them, and throw them out. Because they don't own by me, number one, and number two, they're interfering what they don't understand. Listen, when they done Journey Beyond Sodor, bing bing, they should have left me right alone. So now the NHS is getting all the kick off the fireworks of it because it's reality, it's truth, and it's logic. Everybody knows it, yes. All the truth is coming out, yes. But it's not a game. You've got Joe Newman, Graham, and my cousin on top. Work it all out. It's all facts, all logic, all truth. My cousin was trying to safeguard me in NHS Hospital of Helston. Why? Because it still works. So why I got a safeguard in there and they're texting on their mobiles, ding, 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 ding. Why? It all adds up. They keep in contact with my cousin. All the nurses that know the secret kept their mouths shut. When the doctors come along, they want this, this, and this. Merlin is also realistic. Right? He comes and goes. Right? In the day, the experimental engines are dangerous. So if you really want them in your life, watch out. Because they will dig and dig and dig and dig and dig until they get what they bloody fucking want. Right? I don't need it, nor do you, nor does everybody else. They're just a pain in the asses all the way through. These experimental engines are NSFT based. Right? Regardless that Theo is a good engine, he kept his mouth shut throughout the whole fucking thing. All he had to do was text the right people. Well, so Theo did that, then it becomes Merlin, then it becomes Hurricane, then it becomes Lexi. All fucking three realistic people. Right? Joe Newman, Graham, and one of the doctors, who's actually Merlin in the end, and you're ending up with that. Rip, bang, bang, strawberry jam. In the next podcast I'll be giving to you next, it's called Author, and that will narrow it all down in one bucket. Right? I have rights as much as everybody else does. It's not a game, it's not a race, it's real life. Get real. When you see these anagrams unfold, you have to let it unfold outside the building, not inside the building. Why? Because it unfolds naturally. Why? End of the day, these experimental engines will kill you and destroy us all. Why? End of the day, there could be friends, there could be connections, and all of that. I said it's all bloody damn realistic. And I've got a lot of bloody truth. And I've got a lot of proof. Thank you very much.